Alright, I'm on the farm today and still got the John Deere X750 sitting up here on the back of this 6x8 carry-on trailer, and kind of picking up with another video. The last one we put that hitch on back there. This one I want to put some armrests on this tractor, and you know, I talked about the center wheel and the front of the deck. Even the sometimes the box store specials, they've got the center roller on the deck to keep you from scalping, but John Deere makes you buy it. And you know, my wheel horse 520H, I've got a few of those, and that was top of the line for wheel horse back in the day. They came standard with an armrest, but again, John Deere makes you pay a ransom to get something on a tractor this expensive that ought to be standard. And so what I got here are two armrests, and the reason I got two armrests is because number one, I wanted them, and number two, I was willing to pay the ransom price to get them. So I'm going to try to put these things on, and I'll kind of take you through it as I go. I got the instructions here. I may or may not read them, but we'll put these on, and maybe I'll have a little more comfortable to mow, to mow with. So let me come back. All right, so I got the armrests out of the bag. I need to cut that tab off there, and each one of them come with three bolts, and those things attach, I believe, in behind this shroud right here. This has got to come off, and I got a thick manual here. Let me step over here. Got a thick manual for this armrest kit, and this shows you how to do it. However, only 2 pages out of this thick manual are relevant. The rest of them are in a different language. So I got to take that shroud off the back, and then I'll bolt the armrests on, put the shroud on, and I'm done. So let me take that shroud off the back, and I'll come back. Now I need some screwdrivers to do this, and I've got a red bag here, and how I know that this is the right one is because it says screwdrivers on it. Feels like they're Phillips screwdrivers. Phillips screws in here. So let me pull those things out. So these screws are not exactly tight in here, but I'm sure they're screwing into plastic, so probably not the best idea to snug them down too tight and strip something out. Right there's what they look like. And so I've got them in my toolbox there. And let's see. Yep, that thing pulls right off. Trying to empty it of grass. I'll clean that up here in just a minute. But so right there's where they screw in, and then the bolts that hold the the nuts that hold the armrest are in here. It appears that there's, well, at first glance it looked like there was 4, but that's the one for the shroud, and that's actually metal, so I'm not screwing into plastic, so that's a good thing. And let's see here. So this armrest right here would simply bolt up, I believe, like that. So let me see if that'll work. I'll come back. Alright, so I got these 2 screws kind of started, and I'm gonna need both hands to get this third one in, but it appears to be a straight bolt up, and I'm hoping that I don't have to, oval out anything. Seems like Seems like everything you buy these days, even if it's meant for the item that it was bought for, OEM, you got to do some kind of modification to it. But let me get these on, and I'll get that one up, and I'll come back when I start torquing them down. This side bolted on great. This side has been a wrestling match. It's not that the holes don't line up, it's the fabric is overlapping the bolt holes. But one thing is, when you go to put these bolts in, you don't want to strip anything, of course, but you don't want to drop anything, because one of those bolts is right down in there, and I got to figure out how to get that thing out. So let me come back. I got lucky on that one. Now let me put it in here. Alright, so this side has been a wrestling match. And part of the problem is the threads going into here, we're trying to get cross threads. So we took this off. My son's here helping me some. We took this off, and I just lined it up and screwed it in, and made sure it would thread up okay. The second problem we got is, you see the yellow vinyl? I do not want to cut that. And so the workaround to get it away from the hole, if you'll put your hand up there and push it for me. The workaround to get it away from the hole is to kind of stretch it, push in on that, and stretch it a little bit. And then, yeah. And then it'll find the hole without interference and kind of screw right in. I got to use my other hand, but you can see what I'm talking about. Let me come back. Alright, so I got it, and now it's just a matter of tightening everything up. Honestly, this was unnecessarily difficult. Getting the screws on this side seemed like they wanted to cross thread every one of them, but they seem to be screwing in okay now. And of course the vinyl, you can see the way it's stretching on here, that wants to get into your, you can see that wants to get into your threads, and kind of keep everything from engaging. So let me tighten all this down, and I'll come back. Alright, I got everything bolted down. They all screwed down tight. They've got some kind of what looks like some red Loctite on the threads, and so these things shouldn't go anywhere, and I snugged them down pretty good. It's good that there's a metal frame in behind this seat. It's not some kind of injection molded plastic frame up in here, and that you're actually putting metal screws into metal. So this was a bit of a challenge, probably unnecessarily so, but it is what it is. And then the armrests, I'll show you a little bit later, but you can see you can adjust how high you want them or how low you want them right there. And so let me put this cover on, and I'll come back. So the way the cover is made, it's made to fit over to the outside of that. So it just kind of shoeboxes down over the outside of these armrests, and then you just put your screws back in where they came from, and this install will be pretty well done. Let me get some screws in here, and I'll come back here in just a second. Alright, I got the cover on, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clear my tools, and I'm going to back this thing off, and then sit in the seat and actually see how I need to adjust these armrests, if I need to adjust them at all. They look to me like they're angling down just a little bit, but maybe that's what would be most comfortable. But let me come back. Alright, so I got the armrests in place here, and just kind of feeling it out. I don't know if they're too low or not high enough. That would be the same thing, wouldn't it? But let me climb off here. But all you got to do to raise them up a little bit is just turn this guy some, and So that's something I'll have to play around with. But bottom line is, I got the armrests on the John Deere X750 here, and this tractor should have came with those, and it didn't. But I got them on there, and hopefully it's an upgrade. And so hope you enjoyed the video. That's basically how to install the armrests on a John Deere Signature Series tractor. And hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to try to mow a little grass here in a little bit. And hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment, and we'll talk to you later.